Hello, my beautifuls. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad to be back here. I don't think you guys get how excited I get making these videos because I know there's so many ladies out here that this is going to help. And I'm just so happy that I can be your mentor, that I can help you step into that divine woman that you were always meant to be. Because I know what it feels like to not feel like yourself. And I got out of that. And I'm able to walk divinely in my feminine energy. And I'm going to show you how to do it too. I'm going to take you through the exact steps that I did and give you information on what I know through past experiences so that you can blossom, my love. I'm so excited for you. So, you're going to get two types of men that's going to come in your life. All right. So, a pouring man, a man who pours into you, or a man who harvests from you. Those are the only two types of men that you're going to meet. Men are simple. They either pour into you or they take from you. No in between. A man that pours is going to pour. A man that harvests is going to always harvest. Okay, don't try to change them. And if you don't know the difference, you are going to be giving away your purpose, your God-given light, and you're going to be draining your feminine energy to a man that is being used by demonic forces. Because we are so light to the world. As women, we bring life, right? So when you meet a man and he's taking that out of you, he's harvesting from you. So you have to understand the difference, because as us ladies, there's a lot of people being used by the enemy, okay? Demonic forces, by people who aren't clearly in their right headspace, okay? And this is nothing to do with you. If you have a light, you are going to attract these kind of people. You are going to attract narcissists. You're going to attract energy vampires. You're going to be attracting soul harvesters because they want to take your light. They don't want you around because you're beautiful or they love you. No, they want to steal your light. So we're going to go into some ways on how to spot an energy harvester and what they are, and then how to spot a man who pours into you, because that's what we want, ladies. We don't want anybody harvesting our energy. We want a man who pours into us. So let's get into the video. So what are these energy vampires? Like, what do I mean? These are people that are sent into your life, male or female, but right now I'm directed towards males. They come into your life and they're there to siphon your energy and take your God-given destiny. I don't know if you have heard of like destiny swapping, which is very real. Harvesting of energy is something that these people do because they need it. They need a source. They don't see you as somebody they can form a partnership with. They see you as someone that can fulfill their own selfish needs, right? We got to watch out for those kind of people, because as women, we need to stop being ignorant to the fact that not every guy we run into wants us for the good reasons. He doesn't want you because he loves you. He doesn't want you because he wants to pour into you. No. If he wanted to, he wouldn't be hurting you. He wouldn't be taking you through the gutters. But anyways, yeah, just understand, ladies, that I have some notes here, so I'm going to be looking down, but remember that you can't change him. That is something him and God have to deal with. If he is under any influence of hurting you or emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, that is something him and God need to get through. You cannot change a man. A man isn't going to change for you. He isn't going to change for the next girl. He's going to change when he's ready to change. And that's under the influence of him and God having a talk, right? You cannot change a man. You can't wait for a man. The only thing you can do is evolve yourself and become better and never settle for the life that you don't want, so that you can flourish in your God-given destiny. Because a lot of people, you can get a man, you can get a woman, you can get a husband, you can get a wife, but the difference is getting a good husband, getting a good wife. Because a lot of people portray having a family and stable home, and it looks so great on the outside, but on the inside, it's absolute gutter, like it's rotten. And because people are rushing into this thing we call marriage and partnership. You know how blessed I have been since I've been single? And the reason I stay single is because I believe that singleness is a blessing, especially for a woman. whoa, like if I'm gonna be honest, the happiest I've ever been is when I'm single. That is the happiest that I have ever been. I've been in relationships and I've realized that so many guys that I run into end up taking my peace, and that I worked so hard to get through all the challenges and tribulations that I had to go through life and heal through. And guys will just come into my life, put on this whole story, and then break my heart for their own selfish gain. And I was so oblivious to this fact. I was like, why is everybody wanting to hurt a pretty girl like me? Well, girl, because a pretty girl like you got the light in you too. So a man, a lot of the times when you're strong, independent, men will feel small next to you. And it's not that you do anything to make them feel small, it's because they don't even feel worthy in their own skin. So how are you supposed to love someone if they don't even love themselves, right? It comes from inside. So that's why I'm so on this doing your healing, becoming who you want to become, because I'm telling you, it's so peaceful. And when you're ready, you can have so many options, and you don't have to be in a relationship because that man is providing something for you. You provide everything for yourself, right? So why am I going to let a guy come into my life when I provide an extraordinary lifestyle for myself? And then he comes in and he tries to disrupt that? That's not how it's going to go. We're not doing that. Okay. So number one, signs of a harvesting man. He drains you emotionally, okay? You don't feel like yourself anymore. Your light's starting to dim. Maybe even your friends or your family might start to notice it, and you just don't have that shine to you anymore. You don't feel motivated to do anything. You don't feel at peace. You're losing sleep. At like extreme cases, maybe you might not be eating properly. That's a sign you're with, if you're with a man, that's a sign that you are with somebody who is harvesting your energy, especially when you feel drained after seeing them. You just want to go to bed. That's not normal. That is them literally siphoning your energy and siphoning that God given light you have for their own good. They're not pouring, they're taking your light, and it drains your resources, which it drains your mind, it drains your creativity. You're not going to be wanting to create anything else. You're not going to be wanting to evolve your life. You're not going to be wanting to evolve in your career because you're comfortable. You're not going to be able to get over a certain amount of finances because this man is draining it from you, right? Spiritually. Just because we can't see it in the physical does not mean it's not happening in the spiritual. And a lot of the times people get confused. The devil and the enemy does not need your permission to steal your light. Okay? So if you're going and you're making covenants with people and you're doing these things and you don't know what's going on to you, your whole entire destiny can be taken from you. And like, it will go all to the man. That's what destiny swapping is. It's an energetic exchange. And if you don't wake up to the fact that it's happening, you have a high chance of getting your story taken from you. Because when you get into a loop like that, it is very hard to get out of, like drastically hard. Like you need to be strong and on it. Because honestly, the longer that man that is taking your energy, taking your peace, taking your time, taking your soul from you, literally, the longer he's in your life, the longer it's going to take to get out of it. And some people give up. Some people just give up because they've been like, I've invested so much. I have kids, I have a house, like I've made this life that I don't want. And now I have other parties at play, and it gets harder, right? So you have to understand that time cannot be given back. Time is the most valuable asset, valuable thing in this world. And you need to be so strict with who is around you and who gets your time. Because there is people who are literally meant to just waste your time. So even if you've been in a relationship where you feel like you can't get out of it, girl, you need to grow a backbone and get out. And you need to start healing, because there's no reason why you should be with somebody that's hurting you. That's no. And I know it's hard. I've been in a situation like that, but it's not worth your shine, babe. It's not. And I promise you, and it's not even, it takes a little bit to heal, but you become so much better after. That's like, once you heal from that kind of stuff and once you get out, that's when some of your biggest financial blessings will be coming in. That's when some of your biggest moments of like spiritual, physical blessings will be coming in. Seriously, because it's either you're going to stay trapped and you're going to accept the bare minimum, or you get to just keep evolving. Nobody is telling you to stay. You don't need to stay anywhere where you're not welcome. I don't know who made that up, especially as a woman. Okay, you have the option, like bare options, like 10,000 options, more options than you could ever imagine. So remember that. If he's draining you, he is not for you. Okay. Number two, he only takes, he never gives. He takes your time, he takes your energy, he takes your life force. He literally takes your soul, and he never gives anything. And I'm not talking about monetarily gives, okay? Women get money too. It's not about money anymore. It's about decent human respect at this point. Because I've seen so many men like have like a higher, think that they're higher because they have money and stuff, and they can dangle it over that girl's head because she's not as stable financially, and they know that, and they make it seem like, oh yeah, like you need me and you need me, so you're not gonna leave, and they like give you like gifts here and there, and to make you feel like you're less than, so that you don't evolve into that human and that woman that they would never need, and they would need to grow up if they even wanted to approach you, right? They would need to grow up coming into your energy field. They don't want you to evolve because they don't want to evolve, right? And if you guys only knew, like, the reason I'm so onto this stuff is because your life force, your feminine energy, it can provide more abundance than a man ever could. It can provide more financial abundance than a man ever could. And you would just have endless opportunities coming to your door. And I think that a lot of men don't like the fact that women are making more money than them, right? We are outdoing them by a lot. But it's because we've been raised on these patriarchy beliefs, thinking that men are supposed to be over women, like in a controlling way. But no, a man's divinity and his sacred power, his gift from God, isn't about how much he can provide monetarily. It was never about finances. A man who protects the hearts of his loved ones, that's what makes a man. I don't know where we got this belief of, oh, if I provide this, I'm going to be the best man ever. That's fake. That's literally fake. It's bogus. It's been shoved down our throats from like for so long, and it has made men believe that if I have money, I'm a good man. No, like I can't believe how people, I still don't believe why that's a thing. Like, why are we thinking that a good man has money? Like, everyone should have money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like a good man, it comes from how he protects his pack, how he protects his family's hearts, how he protects the home and keeps it sacred by emotionally and spiritually denying himself every single day, becoming the head of household so that he knows his family, his wife, his kids, everybody around him, they're okay. Because when everyone's around him is okay, he's okay. Okay? Because what he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And that is a blessing from the Lord. When a woman comes into your life with all these qualities of God, and she's very, very, very spiritual, and she has good discernment, and you know a woman of God when you see one, okay? You know. You treat that woman with the uttermost care and respect, because that is something you see as valuable. That is someone you see as an extension of you, right? So if you are treating your extension of you like SHIT, that's because you don't like yourself. a lot of people be getting in relationships with people who don't even love themselves first. And that's where this stems from. It stems from not being able to be authentically yourself and attaching to people who aren't authentically themselves as well. Because if you aren't okay within your own heart, within your own soul, you are going to start attracting people who aren't okay with their own souls, okay with what they give themselves, right? So we have a lot of people in trauma bonds. Just because you got a ring doesn't mean that it's as stable, that it's right, right? And I think a lot of people don't like to talk about that emotional factor, but it's true. Like, that's so sacred. Like a home is so sacred, and the hearts of the parents and the kids need to be protected. That's what the head of the household does. He protects those near him, and he makes sure that they're good. Because a man that knows you good is so good. Blessings rain upon that man. A real man knows your divinity. He sees your anointing. He sees how like amazing you are. And he knows that God will bless him if he takes care of you, because that's an extension of himself, right? A good man with a woman by his side, a good woman by his side. Oh my gosh, that's a powerful man. We don't have to forget about our dreams. We don't have to forget about our passions as women. We can grow and be wild and free. And that's how it should be. And your man will be like, you know what? She is sent from God. She has to be, right? Your man will know. Your man knows when he finds you. And he knows how beautiful and how much amazing things that God will give you, because you're going to be able to multiply them for him. You are an asset. You are not a liability. And while we wait for our husbands, ladies, we have to become that woman, okay? We can't get a God sent man if we're not God sent woman. So you have to get out of your flesh. You have to deny it and get yourself busy so that you can attract him in. Yeah. So a man knows that, like, when your heart is mishandled, that is like some of the worst pain that you can feel in your entire life. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I remember there was a point I was crying before, and I was like, I'd rather get stabbed. Like, literally, I'm so serious. I'd rather get stabbed than feel this emotional pain, like feel like this. Because like, if you get stabbed, okay, you get okay, it hurts for a little bit, might have to do some healing, but it's not in your whole body. Like, you're not going crazy in your mind. Your heart is hurting. That's just for me. I know that heartbreak is so much worse than physical pain for me. I'm so serious. And you know what? Energy vampires know that too. If a man truly loved you, why would he be crushing the thing and hurting you to the max? It's because he's stealing your energy. He doesn't love you. He loves what's in you. So he breaks you down to get inside, right? He breaks you down to get inside your energy field, to feel it, to steal it, to leech off of it, because he doesn't know how to find himself. Okay? So now that we know that, because why would a man that loves you want to hurt your precious, precious heart that he knows emotionally your heart is so delicate, and it is like delicate as a flower. As women, we're so much more emotional, right? And he knows this. He would never go out of his way to make you hurt. Are you crazy? Oh my goodness. It would hurt him hurting you. It would hurt him. It would make him cry. A man that is in love with his woman, if he knows his woman ain't right, the whole world ain't right. That is literally how much a man should care for you and love you and cherish you and protect you, especially as a gift from God. God says we are a gift. Why would you tamper with that gift? Why would you play with that gift? That is not okay. You don't play with God. You don't play with the divine who is trying to give you something of character, of love, of light, of what you've been praying for. And if you toy with it, you're going to see the repercussions of that. Because when God sends you a beautiful, spiritual, intelligent woman, especially somebody you've been praying for, you feel like you're ready, but on the inside you aren't, good luck. There is no reason a man who loves you should be making you feel like SHIT. Be so for real. That man doesn't like you, he likes what's in you. All right? He doesn't love you. If he loved you, he would want to see you in a loving mood. He wouldn't want to keep putting you and breaking you down. Why would a man who loves you break you down? Because it's going to break him down. Obviously, he don't feel nothing for you. Okay? It has nothing to do with you. And that's what I think us girls can't understand is like, we be too, I was so egotistical. I'd be like, I could change this man. I could change this man. Girl, you cannot change that man. Okay? You cannot change that man. I've been there. I've done that. You can't change them. Okay? Move your ego to the side. Move your pride to the side. Okay? You can't fix him. There's nothing that you could do that is physically possible for you to help him, to fix him. You've been trying for so many years, or you've been trying for so many months. You've been trying through relationship, trying to fix a man. It's not build a, it's not build a bear, okay? It's not build a bear, okay? Stop trying to build a man. A man should be built when he comes to you, especially emotionally. He can be built physically, have all the cars, have all the money, have all the bling blang, bow, okay? Looks like it's a fun life until you jump in there and you jump in that swimming pool and realize you swim with the sharks and the piranhas, baby. You swim with the lethals. Get out of there. You was a small fish. All right? Put your pride to the side because it will save you so much. It will save you so much life. It will save you so much time. It will save you so much energy. It will save you from unnecessary heartbreak that you do not need. Girl, get busy and wait for your man. Okay? Get busy. What? Number 3, he benefits from you, but he doesn't honor you. He literally is benefiting being in proximity with you. Your energy fields are intact. Okay, there is energy around us, right? We remember this in science. Matter cannot be created nor destroyed. We have energy fields. We are atoms at a molecular level. We also have atoms. So we have energy just like everything has energy. Okay, everything that is breathing, everything that isn't breathing. This table is made of atoms. This paper is made of atoms. I'm made of atoms. You're made of atoms. We're all made of atoms. Okay, so we all have energy flowing through us. Let's make it make sense. Sorry, like I just hate the fact that nobody understands that. Like you can feel stuff. It's real. Just being in proximity with him, texting him, thinking about them, it literally gives them that boost that they need. Okay, energetically, because like we are life, man. Like a man can't birth a child. Like we have a whole womb that the baby comes out of. That's a very, very, very sacred and beautiful thing that us women can do. And I think we have forgotten how sacred that is and how much energy and life is in here. That energy, that life, especially if you have like a very powerful life energy, life force, you've been through your spiritual healing, you're doing whatever you need to do with God, you're cleaning out your heart. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make the world a better place. Like you're actually realizing that, hey, there's things wrong with me. I should probably deal with those things first. And once you deal with it, you just become so free. It's one of the most beautiful things that woman can do is give life. That's so beautiful. And I just hate how it's been normalized to dishonor it, right? Why have we normalized dishonoring the divine feminine? It's sad, you know? And now look at this, Vogue posting that our boyfriend's embarrassing stuff. A lot of girls would rather be single because they're financially okay and they realize that they're like living amazing lives and are in so much peace. Like, yeah, I'd be getting lonely sometimes, But I have realized that being lonely sometimes and being bored and being a little sad is way better than being up and down and like not getting things done, you know? So unknown covenants can also happen. And you might not be aware of it, but spiritually, there are things going on. And you need to pay attention to those things because we're not fighting against flesh and blood. We're fighting against rulers, principalities. How that Ephesians 6:12, please go read it. Understand this. When you are coming into exchange with someone, physical, spiritual, mental, financial, any exchange that you're coming into, you are coming into a contract in the spiritual, okay? Sometimes those contracts are meant to take your destiny. And sometimes you don't even know what's happening to you. But once you wake up to the fact that it's happening, your finances, your lifestyle, your energy, your time, your peace, it will all start to go up. You will start to experience some of the highest highs you've had in life. And the man who came into your life to try to take that from you, he will start to experience very unhappy, sadness, financial issues, spiritual issues, can't sleep, can't eat. It'll start to go down for him because in the spiritual, he was leeching off of your energy, right? So once you break past that, I see this a lot happen. Even Alexis talks about this. The woman's finances and everything will go up, and her life will be flourishing, but then the man's will start to go down. He'll start to go down because the energy wasn't his to start with, it was yours. So realize that these men don't want you, okay? They're selfish. These harvesters, okay, they're so selfish. They don't care about you. Like, they're so sneaky. They're so sneaky. And it's like, once you wake up to their game, like, it's game over. You don't have to heal any. Like, well, obviously, healing is not linear and you always have to heal, but you don't have to deal with that anymore. Once you get out of the programming that we've been grown up on, like, oh, this Disney princess fairy tale, oh, I need a husband, da, da, da. Like, yes, of course we want it, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is you and your God-given destiny. What are you going to do for God? How are you going to bring more people to him? Because that's who we're doing it for. We're doing it for the Lord, right? And you get a multitude of blessings for doing the Lord's work. I think people forget how God will truly bless the people who are of him. We are taking away the power of the creator? No, we are not going to do that. God is going to bless his real people. God is always going to come through. What does it say in the Bible? The first shall become last and the last shall become first, baby. The enemy is being exposed. This is a season of justice. I think that there has been a shift, an energetic shift. And I know that a lot of people have been feeling it. And man, that's why I'm putting y'all on game to this. Duh. Like, please, ladies, wake up. Wake up. Because there is something happening and you can become exactly who you want without doing anything for a man. You don't need to validate no man. You need to validate God and you need to validate yourself. You need to make sure you're good because when you're good, you're going to attract things that make you feel good. And everybody around you is just going to be amazing pouring into you. It's an energy. I'm teaching you how to do it. Please listen. And don't let a man steal it. They're so, the harvesters are so, the enemy doesn't need your permission to come and mess up your life. Okay? Beware. There is a lot of energy harvesters out here, and they can come in the forms of men, women, coworkers, family members. They usually come, sometimes they come as those people that are closest to you, unfortunately. But that isn't to stop you, that's to forge you, that's to create you, that's to bring purpose into the world. That is where purpose is birthed. Okay, you have to go through pain, even childbirth. You have to go through pain, and when you're birthing something new, that is sacred. See, when women are in the birthing room, only a couple people can be there, only like 2 people can be there, I don't know, but that's sacred. Not everybody can see that. right? Same thing in real life. Not everybody can see you. You're going to be isolated. You're going to be lonely. You're going to be having to refine yourself. There's going to be a lot of hits and attacks, right? But it's there to birth greatness. So don't ever hate or look at things happening like they're happening to you. They're happening for you. Okay, number 4. He uses you like a placeholder girlfriend or a placeholder wife. So one thing I noticed from energy harvesters is they'll always have like a backup girl that they always go to, because that backup girl is the one who deals with the most shit from him. So he keeps her on the back burner while he goes and finds another girl or sees somebody, and he realizes that no one will put up with him. He'll go and be with her, because at the end of the day, he doesn't want to be a man. He doesn't want to grow up. So he doesn't want to be lonely. So he's going to keep you in the background. It's nothing to do with your worth. It's everything to do with him. Yeah. So he keeps her around because he doesn't have the discipline to grow up, and he doesn't have the discipline to deny his flesh. He isn't led by God. He is still looking for validation from the world. That man cannot be a husband. That man needs to figure out what's going on inside him before he ever approaches a divine feminine. Yeah, so don't ever settle for less, because at the end of the day, you're just doing yourself so much harm. So much harm, so much emotional, physical, mental heartbreak. Okay? Ladies, it's okay to be single. It's okay to be single. It's okay to focus on your career. It's okay not to have a roster. It's okay to get right with God. It's okay to do all those things. It's okay not to be talking to anybody. Okay? Even for a couple years. Like, a couple years is like minimum that you should take after talking to someone, at least a year, because that just makes sense. I don't know, it just makes sense to me. Number 5, and last but not least, before we get into the kings, the pouring men, the men who will pour into us and treat us like princesses we are, he hates accountability. So he never takes accountability for what he does. Whenever you try to bring up something, he'll flip it on you and make it look like you're the problem. He'll start calling you crazy, like, I don't know what you're talking about, but he continues poking that bear. He continues poking your pressure point until you explode. And then when you explode, he blames it back on you, saying that you're crazy, I don't know what you're talking about, da 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 da, however it goes. That's called reactive abuse. So reactive abuse is actually when somebody has been irritating you and poking and pushing your buttons for so long, and you have been tolerating their stuff. And then once you react and you get angry, that's when they say, oh, you're crazy. What are you talking about? Da, 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 da. That's reactive abuse. So they don't even take accountability. They don't even realize that you have been giving them chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. And then when you get sick of it and try to bring it up, they flip it back on you. So then you seem confused again. It's a whole mess. It's a mess when a man does that to you, because you turn into somebody you never saw. You start reacting and doing things you never did. Like, your energy is just mixing with this guy, and you're taking on all of his bad sides, and he's taking all your light. So a lot of the times when you're not doing things before and then a guy meets you and then you're doing all these things, it's because that energy is in you now. That energy is around you. That's not who you are. That's who he is. So when you start getting like that and you see yourself, okay, I'm having a lot of heated moments, like really high heated moments, that man's trying to break you down and get into your light like a freaking walnut. Okay, he's trying to crush the shell and get into the goodies. Okay, he's trying to get into that light, but he can never have it. Okay, we are done with these horrible harvesters. I don't want to talk about them anymore. Let's talk about a man who pours into you. Okay, so a man who pours into you, number 1, he nourishes you emotionally. He pushes you to do better. Like, you feel very calm and very safe around him. Your nervous system is calm. You're not on edge. You don't feel anxiety. He gives naturally and consistently to you because that's what makes him happy. A man who is in his pouring energy, a man who wants to pour into a divine feminine, he wants to see you happy. So whatever it takes, he'll make it happen, because Him seeing you happy makes him happy. Exactly. So you're flowing in your feminine energy and you don't feel drained. Number two, your emotions matter to him. He's not gonna watch you cry. Like, he will not make you cry. Like, no, not at all. Especially since that making you cry will make him cry. He would not want to touch your heart like that. Like, that's so mean. Like, especially for a woman you love, like, you would never want to make a woman you love cry. Like, what kind of thing is that? I don't even want to make my friends cry. I don't want to make my siblings cry. I don't want to make my parents cry. So why would I go and want to make my husband or wife cry? You know what I'm saying? So if he's making you cry, that's a red flag, a big one. There's no, oh, this and that, like trying to make excuses. No, you don't make excuses for your friends. You don't make excuses for people who do you dirty. So you're not going to make excuses for a man. I don't know where all these excuses came from when somebody is in a relationship. If you keep the same boundaries as you do with regular people, because that person is a regular person until proven worthy enough to come into your energy field. He pays attention to your feelings, he listens to them. He would never put you in a situation that would hurt you because that would hurt him. And he's always coming correct, and he's taking accountability because he knows that he would never want to lose a precious girl like you because you're so important to him. You're so valuable. He loves you. He wants to cherish you forever for good. And number three, what I just said, he takes accountability. He's not going to go in a reactive abuse on you. He isn't going to go and say, oh, I didn't, like, what are you talking about? No, he's going to be like, okay, I understand. Like, that's something I need to work on. We can work on it together. He will never, ever not take accountability. A man will take accountability because he knows as a man, us women, we're more emotional. So as a man, he needs to take that step forward and that step up to understand that, hey, like, okay, I'm making my woman hurt. What do I need to do for her? What do I need to be for her? How do I do that? And he'll never give you the silent treatment. He'll always work it out with you. There's no silent treatment, no, in somebody you love. That's manipulation, right? So he'll always talk it out with you and try to fix it. Number four, he values your peace as much as his own. Honey, when a man like truly loves you, if you're not good, again, he's not gonna be good. Okay? The energy you bring him, the time you bring him, the joy you give him, the life force energy that he gets when he's around you, he values that like so much. And he knows when he finds a woman with a lot of it and a woman that he needs to grow up and he needs to get better for, because that woman is literally a blessing from God. And he would never want to lose her. He would never want to hurt her because he knows that that's somebody he wants to spend the rest of his life with, or that is somebody who he really appreciates. And then just in general, you don't disrespect people. Like, you don't disrespect your friends, you don't disrespect your coworkers, you don't disrespect your family, but why are you disrespecting your partner? I never understood that. Like, why is that a thing? There's so many relationship problems. And I think it's because people let things slide so much. We let things slide. We can't let things slide anymore because people are going to take advantage of that. He honors your divine feminine because he knows God's going to bless him tenfold for taking care of a pretty lady like you. We are one of God's best creations. I stand on that, okay? He'll make sure everything's okay because he sees you as an extension of himself, okay? He respects you, he values your time, your energy. If he's treating you with disrespect, that's because he doesn't like himself. Don't get involved with somebody who doesn't even have worth in themselves, because they're going to put that onto you. They're going to project that onto you. If somebody doesn't feel worthy in their own skin, they're not going to treat you with respect because they don't even treat themselves with respect. And you can tell a man is supposed to protect you, especially your heart, because he knows that will hurt him so bad if he ever hurts you. A real man would never want to see you in tears. Never. Never. That's not even a question. Not even a question. So be careful, ladies. Okay, and last but not least, he sees you as a woman of God, not just the image he can benefit off of. He's not looking at you for your body or for what you can do for him. He's looking at you as a whole and like how creative and amazing you are and how many skills you have and how great you are inside. So he's not thinking about what his family thinks. He's not thinking about what his friends are going to be thinking. He's not getting in a relationship for the image. He's getting into it because he genuinely loves you. Okay? I think a lot of people think you have to become this person. And like, yes, to a certain extent you do. But deep down, what you are and a value as a whole, the fact that any of us are here makes us worthy. If you are living on earth, you're worthy. Like, you don't have to do anything to become worthy. You are worthy. Okay? And you have to believe it in your soul. You have to believe how worthy you are. You have to believe you're amazing. You're freaking light. You're a being. And any man would be so grateful to have you in their life. And if a man isn't grateful to have you in his life, that's something that he got to figure out. Because, you know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm not going to change myself to be your cup of tea. My ingredients are going to stay the same. People don't like me, that's okay. People like me, that's okay. Right? I'm not going to go and change so that I can shrink myself to be around you. No, it's not how it works. Like, not at all. He sees your purpose, he sees your anointing, he sees your God given light. Okay? He doesn't chase your body, he honors your spirit. He's going to respect your emotions and he would never break your heart because that would break his heart. I keep saying this. Like, a man who hurts you is a man who does not care about you. A man who sees you cry, a man who sees you emotional, a man who you keep on telling repeatedly what's going on and he doesn't want to take accountability, doesn't want you because he loves you. He wants you because he wants your light. He wants to steal your destiny. He wants to control you. That's a control manipulation tactic. Break you down, disable you so that you think you're crazy, and then you stay because you're trying to prove your worth. And that stems from childhood trauma, is when you're trying to prove your worth. You're trying to prove your worth to mom and dad because your mom and dad were never okay with what you were doing. You always had to do more and more and more. And in your adult years, they're still not good with what you're doing. You can never make anybody happy. Everyone's going to always just freaking want you to do more. Okay, so you might as well make yourself happy instead of living a life for people who don't care. You should always be putting yourself first because you're the one who has to live with yourself. You're the one who has to go out into the day every single day by yourself, whether you have people around you or not. It's still you at the end of the day, right? So you might as well, the only person you get to pick is your husband to come into your family. You better pick right. You better pick right. Yeah. That man will notice you're an extraordinary human being, okay? He'll notice that and he won't fumble you over nothing. He would never fumble a beautiful angel, angelic being like you. You are the life. You are the light. And when a man can't see it, that's because he's not supposed to. He's not supposed to. And the men who do see it, girl, he will pour into you because he knows you are a really good investment. So thank you for watching this video. I know this one was kind of long, but I really hope that this gave you some tips. And I hope that you don't need to beg for love anymore. We never need to do that. Don't validate a man. Be you. I love you, okay? Bye, guys.